In Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Steve Norman reporting. Anti-government protest in Baghdad exploded into violence as thousands of demonstrators charged into the so-called international zone. Security forces used heavy machine gun fire and tear gas as crowds surged forward. The protests were the culmination of weeks of mounting anger against government corruption and inefficiency. Flight data indicating that just minutes before Egypt Air Flight 804 plunged into the Mediterranean Thursday, smoke alarms rang out in the plane's cabin. Meantime, search crews have found human remains where the plane went down. On whether terrorism might have caused that crash, Asia Pacific Foundation security specialist Saja Gonheld tells VOA it came at a time of historical significance.
This week marks the 100th anniversary of the Sykes-Picot Agreement between Britain and France, where they agreed to carve up the Ottoman Empire in the aftermath of World War I, which has been cited by terrorist groups like ISIS as a historical grievance. So authorities were already worried this week that a potential attack could happen. And the fact that something has happened this week only adds to more speculation. This could be terrorism, but we need to wait and see.
France's foreign minister rejects comments that terrorism is to blame, and aviation experts are warning against any speculation. U.S. military is dismissing a Russian proposal to carry out joint airstrikes against al-Qaeda-linked terrorists in Syria. Washington suspended all military ties with Moscow following Russia's invasion of Ukraine and its annexation of Crimea. This is VOA News. Afghan provincial officials are saying that Islamic State commander has killed 11 of his fellow fighters in eastern Nangarhar province. IS has established a footprint in a number of Nangarhar districts. Its fighters have launched multiple attacks on government security checkpoints. Group is also engaged in fierce clashes with rival Taliban militants in the province. Top Paris attack suspect Salah Abdeslam refused to talk during his first appearance before judges in a courtroom in Paris Friday. Lisa Bryant has details.
His lawyer, Franck Berton, said Abdeslam exercised his right to remain silent at the morning hearing in a Paris courthouse. He complained that a 24-hour video surveillance of Abdeslam's maximum security cell is taking a psychological toll on his client and called it illegal. Berton had previously said Abdeslam was eager to talk. The Paris prosecutor claims he abandoned plans to blow himself up like the other attackers, including his older brother, Brahim. He's also been tied to the bombers who attacked Brussels airport and the Belgian city's subway in March. His Belgian lawyer has described Abdeslam as a moron with the intelligence of an ashtray and little knowledge of Islam. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Paris.
Consumers around the world holding on to their money, according to the finance leaders at the Group of Seven meeting in Japan. A number of reasons for consumer apprehension, they say, including purchasing power because their budgets are tightly stretched. World Health Organization reports the strain of the Zika virus known as the Asian type has been circulating in Cape Verde since October. It says it was almost likely imported from Brazil, the epicenter of the epidemic in the Americas. Matshidiso Moeti, VOA Regional Director for Africa, says this is the first time this particular strain of the virus has been detected in Africa.
The findings are of concern because it's further proof that this strain is spreading beyond South America and is on the doorstep of Africa. This just emerged information will help African countries to reevaluate their level of risk and adapt and increase their level of preparedness.
Moeti says she will build on investments made in strengthening West Africa's health systems for Ebola to help for the readiness of Zika. Leading U.S. gun lobby group, the National Rifle Association, endorsing Republican Party presidential candidate Donald Trump. Mr. Trump told their convention the Democratic Party presidential frontrunner Hillary Clinton wants to abolish the Constitution's Second Amendment, which gives citizens the right to bear arms. Clinton has said she supports the Second Amendment. Get more news at voanews.com.
That's the latest world news from VOA.